Good afternoon and good morning. Welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company, depending wherever you are watching, all over the globe. It might be morning, it might be night, it might be lunchtime, it might be tea time. Who knows? Talking about tea, tell you a wee bit more about that just shortly. But we are on Tuesday, so we are Tuesday. What are we already? 10th of August. 10th of August, and with it being Tuesday, what we have got is we've got a launch day. And we've got a launch party as well. So I am here right now, as you can tell, it is me. A wake-up call with Craig, but the remainder of the day, it is Debbie Robinson's going to be back in the building, taking you over the rest of today with Ben. Now, that is the launch day. It is no secret now, whenever we have a launch day, it's always one of my picks that I'm going to be highlighting on Wake Up Call, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. These are so cool. If you loved our wobblers, then you're going to be loving these ones here. Lots of different things that you could be doing. These are all about our Christmas character tags. Lots of different ways that you could be using these ones. So this, of course, being launch day, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then what I want you to do is come back and join Debbie and Ben for a party. They're going to be having a look at some of the relatively new launches, some of the ones that have launched over the last few weeks or months, maybe just giving you another opportunity to get your hands on them. Maybe you've not seen them, maybe you only cherry pick certain sections, you want to get the remaining of them. Lots of different configurations that we'll be going through within Wake Up Call, which is what we are all about. As I would always say as well, shop ahead on the website, but with launch party, that of course being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, whether of course it's here in the UK, crafterscompanion.co.uk, for you guys stateside.com or centraleurope.eu, that is the place that you need to go. Now, because we are starting off with a Wake Up Call, that means I always have a helping hand, and he's back again today. Is it 2 days or is it 3 days? Are you pushing the boat out and going for 3 or sticking with 2?
No, nobody can believe it. I'm doing 3 days in a row.
Whoa,
Yeah, going from hashtag part-timer to hashtag sort of doing a proper weekish.
Part-timer plus a day.
No, I'm here till Wednesday. Can you believe it? I can't. I'm feeling tired already. But let me just tell you, today is going to be an amazing day. And this show's going to be great as well, because I don't know if you know, but today through the 15th of August, it is afternoon tea week. So here at Crafters TV, we thought we'd chat about this, and Christina from our cafe has prepared Craig and I a beautiful afternoon tea. So we're going to be sampling that a little bit later on. We're going to be chatting about it a little bit later on, and hopefully explaining to you a little bit more all about afternoon tea. But having had a chat with some other people here in the studio before the show, I think we might be confusing you more than explaining it to you a little bit later on. But the great thing is we get to eat sandwiches and cake, so it is all good. Now, talking about all good, of course, we continue today as well with our In for a Penny, In for a Pound event as well, and this is brilliant. We've got some amazing bundles, as you saw yesterday if you were watching, where we're giving you huge discounts off those bundles, but then to sweeten the deal even further, we're adding something else onto that bundle for just 1 penny. Yesterday the deals were completely off the chart. You can check out some of the deals on our website. Yesterday we had an unbelievable deal on the foil press. Again today you are going to see some amazing penny deals, even on some of the launch day goodies that we've got coming up for you a little bit later on. It's an exciting show today, an exciting day as well. If you do want to get in touch throughout the show, anything that you want to ask, anything you want to throw our way, do get in touch on Facebook and on YouTube. It's going to be an exciting day, is it not?
It really is. We're going to do that. We're going to have a look at the first product as well. Also as well, with you saying as well, get your comments. And another big shout out to Caitlin. She is relatively new to our social media team. She did an awesome job yesterday helping us with your comments and questions. So she's back on it again today. So big shout out to yourself, Caitlin. But yeah, let's have a look and see what is going to be coming up within launch date today. This is our Christmas. This is our front and back character tags. Now within these ones here, these are your gift tag collection. 55 elements in total. You're also going to be getting 10 sheets. Now you're going to be getting your Centura Pearl. You're also going to be getting your ink pad as well that you can see at the bottom here. Now within that one there, it is launch day. It is with Debbie and Ben. It is got a really good today's price. Today's price you can see on the screen right now works out that you're actually saving over 30%. But we don't want you to pay that, do we? That means platinum, that comes down even more. That's going to come down to £32 or $45.56 for you guys stateside. What it also means, because we are part of our In for a Penny, In for a Pound event, it works out that you're getting that ink pad, a waterproof Finesse ink pad for £1. I know. I mean, if you've already got one of our waterproof ink pads, doesn't matter. You know that you're always going to need it. Maybe gift it to someone that's starting out. But that is what's going to be coming up in launch day. It is what we are going to be focusing on, first of all, within Wake Up Call. But you can see it there. That's your character front and back character stamps there. So that is 55 elements in total with your 10 sheets of Centura apparel, £40 or $56.95 for you guys stateside. But if you are platinum, that comes all the way down to £32 or $45.56. So we're going from a launch day, and then we're going to be going into a launch party, which being Tuesday. We always have a nice little bit of a party on a Tuesday night, afternoon, morning, depending where you're watching across the globe. And that is a Create a Card Explorer kit. Now, apart from it being a launch day, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to fly out. This is already going to fly out. This is Explorer. Georgina's actually already saying it is busy, and I'm not surprised. This one is it's the collection that actually is a Create a Card. Not only have you got the mixing bowl, so if you are someone, yes, that likes to do your card making, but then you like to do a little bit of home decor. Home decor? You might like to do a bit of home decor, but a little bit of home baking, but then you've also got your little apron as well. 30 elements in total, plus one of our tape runners, plus our 8x8 paper pad. Today's price being $33.58, or for you guys stateside, $43.12. Works out you are saving over 40%. Not even that, you're actually saving over 45% when it comes to this one here. But then platinum comes down to $26.86 or $34.50 within that Explorer kit. That is also what we're going to be having a look at with Wake Up Call. So whether it's launch day, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, or you're going to come back for launch party, 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, there's going to be a lot of crafty fun to be had. That's not the only fun that we're going to be having, is it, Ben?
Absolutely not. It is such a brilliant day today, and you guys may or may not know, we've been very excited here at Crafters TV over the course of the last day or so, because here in the UK there is a huge TV show called Strictly Come Dancing. I would go as far as to say that this is the biggest TV show each and every year here in the UK. It's similar to Dancing with the Stars in the US, so it's massive, right? We all look forward to it here in the UK, and yesterday we heard the big news that somebody here from Crafters Companion is going to be appearing on Strictly Come Dancing. Oh yes, of course it is our very own Sarah. I mean, you must be as giddy as I don't know what about this news.
Sarah Twinkle-Toes. That's what everyone's been calling me, Sarah Twinkle-Toes. Do you know that I have known about this for months?
Serious?
Months and months and months, and not being able to tell any of you. Do you know how that has killed me? All the time. And do you know what? All the time people just say to me, oh, they're going to be starting Strictly soon. Oh my word, you'd be so good on Strictly, Sarah. Would you ever want to do Strictly? I think you should do Strictly. Well, you don't just decide you want to do Strictly. You have to wait to be asked to do Strictly.
Yeah.
And of course, all that time knowing that I was going to be doing it and just having to be like, oh yeah, maybe it's one day, maybe it's one day.
But how many times have we chatted over the years as well where I've sort of gone, oh, Strictly one day, you know, it will happen, but you've known what, for how long have you actually known? A couple of months?
A couple of months now. So a couple of months ago, I got a phone call saying we would be interested in talking to you about doing Strictly, and I tried really hard to play it cool.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, we could chat about that. Put the phone down. that sort of thing, you know. And then I had to do me interview with them on Zoom, and I was trying to play really cool in the interview and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then in the end, I was just like, you do know I'm the biggest fan of the show ever, and I've been watching it for all these years, and I would absolutely love to go on it. And so, yeah, here we are.
And whilst it might have been easier to keep the secret from us, have you had to keep the secret from the family as well?
Yes.
How hard has that been?
Right, so my dad is he's so into his dancing, and And the two of them watch Strictly, but it's my dad who's a really big fan of it. Now, my dad is good with a secret, right? My mum, not so good. And it's not that she doesn't want to keep the secret. It's just that she's so proud, she can't help it. So when they announced me on Dragon's Den, I told my parents were in on the discussion all the time. They knew I was potentially going to be going on the show, that I was in the interview process. But then when it got to it and they confirmed me, I said, now, Mum, they've confirmed, but nobody's allowed to know because they want to announce it in the press in however many weeks.
Yeah.
So you can't let anybody know. We can't tell anyone. And she was like, okay. And then a couple of days later, I heard her on the phone. She's going, yeah, but we can't tell anybody. And I came over and I was like, who's that? She's like, oh, well, you know me cousin Brenda down there. And I was like, who's your cousin Brenda? I don't know that you've got... Well, I call her a cousin, but she's not... And I'm like, oh my God, Mum, who have you told? Oh, just a couple of people. And I've told them all. It's got to be top secret. And so when this came up, I thought, I can't tell her.
Yeah.
And if I can't tell me mum, that's what we call our mums, by the way,
yes.
our mums. So the rest of you in the UK that say mum, and the rest of you in the US that say mum, up north here we call her mum, me mum, right? So I thought, if I can't tell me mum, I don't want to burden me dad with it.
Yeah.
Because as much as I would love to tell my dad for selfish reasons, and I enjoy that with him, then he's got to go for months knowing that he's carrying this secret that he can't accidentally let slip to my mum.
Yeah.
And I thought he'll find that the most stressful thing in the world. So I wasn't telling my dad. So I didn't tell my mum and dad. If I didn't tell my mum and dad, it didn't feel right to tell my sister. It didn't feel right to tell Simon's parents. And I didn't dare tell the kids, because our Oliver understands what a secret is. But if you tell Charlie a secret, you say, oh, Charlie, we'll organise a birthday party for Daddy for a secret. Don't tell him. As soon as Simon comes in, Daddy, there's a secret that we can't tell anybody about your birthday party, but it's a secret. And I'm like, he's too young to understand secrets.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell the kids. So literally, nobody's known.
Honestly, you've done so well at keeping all of this a secret. And obviously, I know you've been training over the last year when it comes to running.
Yeah.
We've seen you doing a bit of swimming and things like that.
This morning for an early morning run. I had him up at 5:30 this morning.
We did. So what I want to know is, do you dance? No.
Well, do you know, right, so, all little girls, not all little girls, but a lot of little girls that go to dance lessons when they're a kid, right? So, I'd done that. So, I went to ballet, tap and modern lessons. My dad wanted me to try a few ballroom lessons, so I did a little bit, but never in any competitions or anything like that. Just when I was really little. But you're talking 25 years ago. So I've never danced since. So the first thing the producer said to me was, oh, do you have any dancing experience? Like, do you know how to dance? And I said, I have no idea. I do not know if I can dance. And then yesterday when I was on Good Morning Britain and they were doing the big reveal, the Ben, your partner in crime, twin, doppelganger Ben Shepherd, said to me, can you dance? I said, I can, Ben. I said, I am brilliant on a Saturday night with a few drinks in me, hitting the dance floor. I've got some fantastic moves. Whether they'll get us through Strictly, I just don't know.
Hey, I tell you what, if you can pull off the moves that you pulled off in our Crafty Cabana video, you might be halfway there. We've got a picture of the announcement actually. So this was yesterday, and nobody knew about this. The first I heard about this was on one of the BBC radio stations when they announced it at the end of the news. But this was the big announcement yesterday, wasn't it? What was that like?
Oh, it was incredible. So I went down to London Sunday night, and I got all my hair and makeup done. But here's the thing. Nobody was allowed to know it was me.
What, not even the people on the show interviewing you?
So I've had a code name.
Right.
So my code name is Wilma. Right?
Wilma.
Like Wilma Flintstone.
Yeah.
So Wilma. So this is how secretive it was, okay? So I got on the train and I had to have my ticket emailed to me because it couldn't be known that it was in my name.
Yeah.
And then when I got off the train, the taxi was for Wilma. So I had to get in the taxi as Wilma. I had to wear my sunglasses and obviously I had my mask on in the taxi anyway.
Brilliant.
And I had to go and film these shots of me getting out the taxi. And so my PR lady met me there. She was in on the secret, but none of the camera crew knew. None of the crew at Good Morning Britain knew, nothing. And so they're filming me getting out the car. Well, I can look relatively inconspicuous. Just sunglasses and a mask. Not until I open this.
Oh, yeah.
So
then you're in trouble.
I was trying really hard. And then they said to me, can you just do that again, please, Wilma? And Seth says, oh yeah, no bother, which direction do you want us in? And then they all burst out laughing. Because there's a couple of seconds of the mouth open, everybody knows who I am.
Yeah.
Cannot hide it.
You should have put your telephone voice on again that you did in that old VT for a few years ago.
Voice, and they'll have no idea who I am.
But so when does it all start? When are we going to see you on screen? Is there a build up to it? Do you have to train before? How does it all work?
I hope so. We need a lot of training. This mum tum needs a lot of training before someone starts whizzing it around the dance floor. I might have legs of steel now from the running, but the rest of me's not going to know what's hit it. So the first show is the 18th of September. Right? So that is the one with the first day that's on air where they reveal who all of the pairings are, who all your dancers are. I'll meet my partner the week before that.
Okay.
It'll have to be hush hush again. They know I'm good at keeping a secret. So I'll meet my partner, train and do the opening show. Yeah. And then full on training starts for me. I think it's 13th. So for me it's going to be the 14th of September because HSN Day on the 13th. So I'll be filming all day. 14th of September, and then it is literally going to be round the clock, non-stop. Actually, this floor would probably be really good.
I mean,
good space
in here
to be doing a bit of dancing practicing.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Well, my partner's going to be up here.
They move up, do they?
So your dance partner moves up, stays at a hotel near to you. You practice here. So every Monday I'm going to be learning the new dance. Monday through Thursday I'm going to be practicing, which means I can still do some work as well. So it means I can still come in and be doing crafters TV shows. Wow. I can still be doing my meetings in the office, and then every week I'll go down to London on the Friday for dress rehearsals, and then the live show on the Saturday till I'm out.
I just don't know how you manage to squeeze all of this in. I was saying to Sarah earlier on, you're one of these people, right, where I look at what you do in a 24-hour period and I think, yeah, I could probably squeeze that into 48 hours maybe. So I mean, hats off to you. I think this is brilliant. Are you are you allowed to say, I don't know, is there a particular dancer that you're hoping you get paired with, or you're not allowed to say?
So I think the only one I would have gone, oh yes, I'd really love to be that person, was Anton.
Oh yeah.
And obviously Anton's a judge now this year. To be honest, I think the guys all seem absolutely brilliant. The challenge is going to be, they need someone who's going to be tall enough, because I'm quite tall, and by the time I put a pair of heels on, I'm 5'8" to start with, so we're going to need a good, 5'10" or bigger strapping bloke. And also, I'm desperate to try like all the lifts and everything like that, so yeah, they probably going to need someone strong enough to be able to whiz us around that dance floor when we're doing all the Latin dances.
Just very quickly as well, what about your costumes? Do you know yet anything about how the costumes are made, or what's going to happen with that?
So I've done my top secret interview with the costume designer.
Oh yes.
It was really funny because she was buzzing when we were on the, like a Zoom call, and she said, "Oh yeah," she said, "I'm so excited to know who you are because all the rest of my team just knows that Wilma is 5'8", this size waist, this size hips." She said, "And now I get to know who it is." So what they apparently do is they're going to be making all the base costumes, and then they'll just titivate them every week to kind of the style. So they'll have a few of the base stuff made, I think. So yes.
I mean, seriously, we are all so super excited, so super proud as well, and there's so much love coming in as well on the socials. We are definitely Team Sarah, or is that, I'm going to call you Wilma from now on, actually.
You're going to call me Wilma, are you?
Yeah.
Wilma. Are you going to be voting for Wilma, Ben, is what I need to know.
Hey, I am. Do you know what? I love Strictly. It's literally my favourite TV show. It's now my most favourite sister of all time ever, but I've never actually picked up the phone to vote. But seeing as you're on this year, I reckon you could go a long way in. I'm going to vote and vote and vote and vote.
Don't even look. I'm going to train hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to hope and hope. But you don't want to tempt fate. Or I'm going to try. It certainly won't be for want of trying. It may be for lack of dancing ability when it gets so far. Let's just say. But we'll find out, won't we? We'll find out.
Hey, well, listen. Hopefully, you will all, if you're able to, vote for Sarah as well when it all starts. Congratulations again. Seriously, this is the most amazing news. Our very own Sarah/Wilma is going to be appearing on Strictly Come Dancing. There we go. She's just sashayed and cha-cha-cha'd out of the studio. Some good moves already. Seriously, one to watch. We will see Sarah on Sunday. Wilma, absolutely love it. Right, let us get back to what we've got on the show and got it good. Oh, in fact, here it comes right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have got a brilliant deal this week on Your Getting Got It Good. We've got your tri-blends available for you. 10% you're going to save on the 2 sets that you're seeing here. And because we're doing our in for a penny, in for a pound event this week, we are also going to give you the card stock for just £1. It's $49.97 or $74.89. If you want to grab that, it is available this week as our Get It Got It Good deal or whilst stocks last. There has been so many comments coming in. You guys are so super excited about this news. I still can't believe it, Craig. Can you?
You know what was funny as well, Ben, is I was saying that to Sarah before. When I get up in the morning, I get ready. I always have on Good Morning Britain.
Yeah.
Always. That's the one that I like to watch in the morning show. Always watch it. Well, yesterday morning, I was driving home from Scotland, wasn't I?
Oh,
so
no.
the one morning that I didn't see it, I didn't have it on, and then I got home with all these WhatsApp from friends and family and that, and we're going, oh my gosh, your boss, how long have you known? And I'm like, what are you on about? I don't know anything at all. So it's so good. Well, I think well deserved as well, and I know we all think the same as well. So a lot of love in that as well. But do you know what I have to say, Ben?
What?
Remember the Explorer kit?
Oh yeah.
Sold out.
What?
Sold out.
Go on.
I told you. She's got her phone. You'll need it. Sarah. No, Sarah did not have any of the afternoon tea. She'd left her phone. Now she needs that for all important meetings, so that's what she gave. Yeah, Explorer kit. Now, I did think it would last a bit longer than it has. It's gone.
Well, I mean, literally 20 minutes into Wake Up Call. There we go. Well, it just shows you it's going to be a busy day today. So
Yep.
I suppose we ought to get on with things.
I suppose we better. Let's go for it. Let's have a look at what is coming up on launch day today. This is the Christmas front and back character gift tag collection. Now, 55 elements in total. You're getting 10 sheets of white Centura apparel. But not only that, Ben, because we are in the midst of our in for a penny, in for a pound event.
Yes.
We are even giving you a waterproof ink pad. Guess how much you're getting that for?
Oh, £5.
Close. Come down another £4.99.
1p?
1p. I know, 1p. Now, let's have a look at these ones. So this is what you're going to be getting when it comes to the character tags. They're so fun, they're so cute.
They are cute.
You're going to love using them. Your kids, your grandkids, they're going to love using them, playing with them for obviously your gift tags. That's what they are intended for. But I'm going to show you some finished samples, and there's lots of different things that you could do with them. Do you know something? If you've got a cheeky sense of humour like myself and Ben, there's some other cheeky ways that you can use them as well. We'll show you something just in a moment. But you've got the reindeer. Now, if you're familiar with our Peekaboo range, that sort of idea, but you've got your gift tags. You've got the front of the reindeer, but then you've got the back of the reindeer as well.
Cute.
So it's as if they are just popping over the top of the gift tag.
Yeah.
Now you can, as you can see on the tag here, the actual die, it ends at each side. So that means you can have it as long as you want.
Oh,
It
brilliant.
could be as long as you want, or even to this point here, it could be quite wide.
Yeah.
So you can have a lot of fun with the different depths and widths that you want to have your tags. So we've got the reindeer, we've got our little penguin there, and as I always like to say, you can colour them in whichever colour tones that you want. So if you've maybe you've got a little cuddly penguin that you've had since you've been a little boy, or a little girl, you can then colour match it so that it's going to match the little cuddly toy that you've got. Then we've got, look at the little fairy.
Cute.
How cute. How cute. And I love the look of them from the back as well.
Yeah.
So you can be using the back of the stamps on their own accord, like I'll show you just shortly. But you've got the front, you've got the back. Each of them, you've got your own little set of sentiments.
That's like is that the Nutcracker?
It's very similar
Yeah,
to the
it is, isn't it?
Nutcracker. So therefore, use your Nutcracker range, your
Yeah.
pattern papers that you've got, your cardstock that you can use, incorporate that one as well. Then what you've got is you've got the little cheeky elf.
Cheeky elf.
Cheeky elf that you can see here. So have some fun with the front and the back as well as using the tag. We've got Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
So we've got Santa Claus there going ho, ho, ho. Front and the back as well with your little sentiments too. Then we have got our little angel that we've got there. Now, you know, Santa Claus, okay, you think of Christmas. Reindeer, you think of Christmas. This doesn't have to be Christmas.
Absolutely not.
It doesn't have to be Christmas whatsoever. And then we've got...
Gingerbread man.
Now, if you happen to go across, if you're not already on my Instagram, you go across to Craig Laird CC on Instagram, you'll know exactly why. For the full of today, Ben is going to have the Gingerbread Man song from the Cookie Monster stuck in your head.
Oh, it made me laugh so much. Craig was previewing this on Instagram yesterday, and because you could add, I didn't realise until recently, but you can add music to your posts, and he put on this song by the Cookie Monster singing about a gingerbread man, and now it's just going round and round in my head. So thank you for that, Craig.
Yeah, they're all saying thank you as well because he's constantly singing it. That's all that they're hearing all day today, and we're only 26 minutes past into midday, so yeah, you've got that all day. I've only got the one show. Poor Debbie. Now, within these ones here, I have to say as well, I have been having a little bit of a play when it comes to the reels on Instagram, hence why there's a lot of reels and music going. But going back to these ones here, so you can then be making, yes, your gift tags, but by the top here, snipping away the little top tag that you get included, you can then use them in so many different ways. So maybe you want to make little gifts. What about something, you know, that you might be giving Sarah on a Saturday night at Christmas time, like she says, a little bottle of wine.
Yeah.
But then why not make your own little wine holder and then pop the tags within the middle? So not necessarily using them for gift tags, using them for cards and projects that you can see here, but then turning it around, this is where you've got the back of them. So they're so much fun having the front and having the back. So this is the kind of thing that it creates, then bring in your own creativity and go big if you want to.
Yeah.
Now, the whole idea is the tags for your gift bags or your presents. Santa on the front, Santa on the back. Then you've got we've got past stamp sets that you've got to and from that you can then start to use. And then we've got your concepts that you can see here. Oh,
that's so cute.
So using them the way they're intended that you can see here, but then what about using them individually? So you can have them, do a little bit of snippage.
Yeah, like a little peekaboo.
Little peekaboo in their own accord.
That's great.
So many things, so many ways, so many concepts that you can use them. Bookmarks.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be your tags, it could be bookmarks as well. Lots of different ways. What about using the back of them for a bit of fun? Penny sliders.
Yeah.
The wobblers. All these sorts of concepts that we do, start to use them and incorporate them. Using the front as standalone elements to decorate your cards. Do the fronts again, even the backs, so that it's going to be the tags for your boxes. But then, your gift bags that you can see here. Again, another gift box here. And I'm deliberately spending a little bit of time to show you all these different ways and concept, not trying to hide out the fact that I had a full demo set up for the Explorer kit at the end of the show, and that's gone. But you know, joking aside, it's a good way for you to see every sort of different way that you can be using these ones. Yes, the title, wait, look at this. Look at how diddy is that?
Super cute.
Diddy is that one there. It is so cute. So purposely showing you all these different ways. Yes, the title is the Christmas front and back character gift tags, but please don't just think of them as gift tags, Ben. Use them in all these different ways that you can see here. So many different ways and so much fun. I think actually, Ben, I'm going to have to come back to you for a second while I can get this sorted to the side. This we will be demoing right now.
Absolutely. I tell you what, there's a lot of excitement about these. Brenda on YouTube is saying these bookmarks are in my basket. Julie Barlow says, I'm tempted by these. Let us know if you get them, Julie. I've got a feeling you will. Gillian just saying, my Christmas gift tags arrived half an hour ago. Can't wait to see them. I've wanted these, says Eleanor Schwing Jones on Facebook. I've forgotten about them. And yes, Kathy well picked up. Craig got his angel and his fairy mixed up. Absolutely. There is an angel and a fairy in there. Yeah, however you want to use them. They would make cute bookmarks. And like we said, you know, as little bookmarks, as little decorations, as tags, you know, even using them maybe on your little crackers, on your table settings, whatever it might be. He's pulling faces over there because I pulled him up on his angel and fairy. Eleanor's saying, wow, I definitely have to have that little nutcracker. Cute little bookmark, says Amanda. And the candle box cards are great for little gifts. The nutcracker and snowman going into my cart, says Marisol. You can make up your own little mini bundles with these should you wish to. But what I would say is go quickly. We've already had an item sell out on the show before we've even got started. These, no doubt, will be very, very busy. Any questions you've got on these, by the way, do feel free to keep those coming in. We do have a few, which I'll put to Craig once we get him demoing. Facebook and YouTube is where you need to be getting those questions in. Yes, we will certainly cover off all of those as we get into the demo. But let's get your man working over there. What are you going to be demoing with, Craig? Which character are you going to choose?
Rightio, so we're going to go with the soldier or nutcracker. We've got a question, Teresa. Craig, could you show how to make them longer?
I was going to ask you that in a minute.
Simple. So simple. Now, what I've done is I've got a piece of cardstock here. Now, what I like to do, Ben, and this is my way, you're going to find a way that you're going to find it easy.
Yeah.
I like to cut my tag to the size that I want. So, for instance, this one is 1.5 by 5 3/4. It's this size because this is the size that I want it. No other way other than that's the size that I want it. You know, I would say the reason it's 1.5 inches is because that's going to fit the width of the tag. Now, to make it longer, you simply have your cardstock longer.
Oh, easy.
That's it. There is no cutting edge at the bottom here. So all that you do, I would suggest, if you're going to do it the way that I'm doing it, cut your cardstock widthwise to 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
You will need to trim it slightly, that I'll show you in a moment. 1.5 inches, but then for as long as you want. As long as you want, that's how you're going to make it longer.
And what cardstock are you using? Because a lot of people ask what the best cardstock to use with these is.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tri-blends. Now, usually alcohol, we say use your Nina cardstock, which you can do.
Yeah.
But what I want is I want to stabilise it that little bit more, so I'm using my white smooth stamping card. As we've said time and time again, you'll still get a lovely blend when it comes to the white smooth stamping card, but with it being 300 GSM, and what you would do is you're going to back 2 layers together. I'm going to tell you that way and show you again another way that I do it. Maybe you don't want them too thick. Maybe you don't want to have 600 GSM. So I'm going to show you this next way.
Okay.
So white smooth stamping card, 300 GSM, that's going to make it really, really sturdy. So what I'm going to do, I've got my tag to the size I want. The alternative way, Ben, bring in your cardstock, die cut your tag, and then trim it to the way that you want. There's 2 ways, but as I say, this is the way that I like to do it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my way, and then I'll explain another way. Because what you need to remember, if you're going to colour with your tri-blends, you may get some bleeding through the card. So if you're going to colour on the front, but then you're doing the back as well, you might get the bleeding.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you my way of working the way around it if you only want to do 1 layer. So we've got my 2 layers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my tag into place, and I'm going to secure it with my low tack tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top of my cardstock so that the little string button at the top is right to the top, and straight away you can tell these are going to go through your mini or your go, no problem at all. Doesn't even matter how long it is. The fact is, widthwise, still going to go through your mini no matter what. So let's find a little mini folder here, and then what we can do is we can come in here. So I'm going to run this one through. And at this point, this is what I was alluding to, where you will need to trim it slightly, in the fact of, can you see how we've got that excess bit to the side there? So what I'm going to do, if I bring in my guillotine now, and then what I like to do, or I have been doing, make it easier for myself, I've been trimming away that excess bit, and then parallel to the side line, I've been running that up against the edge of my guillotine, so I get a straight line, and then trim. Do the opposite side as well.
Yeah.
And then trim. So that's me now got my tag. So what I don't want to overcomplicate the 2 ways. So I think what I will do is I'll do that again, and there's a reason as to why I'm doing it again. So once again, another bit of cardstock, Ben. I'm going to line it up side by side. We'll trim it, and then we can go on to the actual decorating and colouring.
Loads of you coming up with your own ideas as to how you're going to use them. Diane just saying these would be perfect with the pop-up boxes. I love the idea of tiny gift bags. Gift bags, says Rennie. Very sparkly things fit so nicely into them perfectly. And size-wise as well, Craig, a few people just asking about the size, in particular Sharon saying, are these the same size as the wobblers? I said they're slightly bigger, aren't they?
It depends on the character. You know, for instance, the little elf is bigger than obviously the elf that's in the wobbler ones. So some are bigger, some are slightly smaller. So yeah, it's eeks and peaksy.
It's what?
Eeks and peaksy. Half and half.
What was the phrase?
Eeksy peaksy.
Eatsy
No,
peatsy?
apparently no one else has heard that either.
No, they
Eeksy
haven't.
peaksy. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
go. We're learning something new there. Eatsy as in I'm eating, or eeksy as in eat?
Eeksy, as in eek.
Oh,
Eek.
Eaksy peaksy.
Eeksy peaksy.
There you go.
There you go.
Learn Scottish with the Hottie Scotty.
There you are.
Eaksy peaksy.
Eeksy peaksy.
Aye.
Probably a lot of people from Scotland going, gosh, I've never even heard that myself.
It's a Craigism.
It's a
He's totally
Craigism.
made that up.
So I've got my two of them now. Let's set that one to the side for a second. So what we can then do is we can then go in with our first one. So we're going to do it so it's the front of the soldier or the nutcracker, and then you will see that the top layer sits nestled nicely into the top of your tag. So what I can do is I can come in with my stamping platform, and I'm going to use my Noir Black for this one. So we're going to stamp. So if I bring this one in, and then we are once again, I'm going to hover so that I can get that outline. So I don't think my head's in the way. Nope, it's okay. So getting that outline, and then we can press to commit, that we can see here. So then we've got our little character over the top.
Fab.
How cute is that?
Super cute.
Now, what we can then do, I'm going to show you the alternative way to what I've been doing.
Gemma knows Eaksy Peaksy, by the way.
Oh, brilliant.
Gemma
Thank
Wilson.
You.
I know that one, Craig.
Thank you, Gemma. Thank you, Gemma.
Gemma, where are you from, by the way? Let us know if you're from if it's a Scottish thing, or whether you've just heard of it.
Now, the thing to point out at this bit, Ben, is the back of the soldier. If you go and stamp it, it's symmetrical to the front. It's exactly symmetrical. So if you are going to colour on one layer, if it starts to blend through, you will eliminate that blended look, or not the blended look, the bleeded look.
Yeah.
Because you're going to colour on top. I hope that makes sense. But what I'm going to do is we've stamped that one. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this alternative one, and then we can pop this one on, and then what we can do is ink it up. We're going to do exactly the same again. So we're going to hover. So I'm going to hover so I've got that outline that follows just nicely, and then we're going to press. So we've now got the back of our soldier or our nutcracker.
Yeah.
And then what you can then do, this is what's going to eliminate that bleeding line, because we've got two separate panels here.
Yeah.
So then what you can do, because they're symmetrical, you're going to then use your glue, your adhesive, back them back to back, and you're going to have a tag or a gift tag where you're not going to have any bleeding line whatsoever. Yeah. Now this is 600 GSM. Great for a tag, absolutely fine for a tag. Maybe you don't want that amount of thickness. Maybe you just want to have 300 GSM. So let's go in and let's do a little bit of colouring. And what I need to do first and foremost, I need to stamp my back as well.
Oh, you do?
Need to do that one. And what we can do is hover. And what this will do is this will now let you see exactly what I mean by, because it's exactly symmetrical, when the colour starts to bleed through, that I'll do in a moment, you'll see what I mean. It actually bleeds through into the same places as the back because it's symmetrical.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So, you know, there's ways round it.
Ways and means.
But let's go in. So all that I'm going to do for the next few moments, Ben, is do a little bit of colouring with this one.
Okay. Gemma, by the way, is from Aberdeenshire in Scotland.
Oh, that Gemma, gosh.
Yeah.
I did know it was that Gemma.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now in Chesterfield, Derbyshire. And Kathy says, I've heard of easy peasy, but doesn't mean half and half. Lol. You learn something new every day on this show. You certainly do, and it's not always craft related as well, which I think is great. You know, we're expanding everybody's education, I think, with these shows. Let us know if you've jumped in and bought this set, by the way. Liz on YouTube says, I've just bought the set. Perfect gifts for the school kids this year. Yeah, absolutely. Again, as well, you think about, crafting with the kids over the course of the, the Christmas holidays as well. I think this is absolutely perfect. Judy just says, I ordered them yesterday. I've got the first bunch and they are so adorable. And thank you as well, by the way, for all of the comments which have been coming in case you missed it. I'm sure you've heard by now, but our very own Wilma, Sarah that is going to be appearing on Strictly Come Dancing this autumn, and loads of you just saying how excited you are. Julie saying, go Sarah, you can do it, we'll be watching. Congratulations, says Sarah. I'm sure you're going to be brilliant. Cyrissa, so exciting to see Sarah bust a move. Congratulations, Sarah, says Sandy. And Sandra says, Sarah, this year Strictly, next year I'm a celebrity. Do you know what? Funnily enough, I was out running with Sarah this morning and I asked her exactly the same question, and she said that she wouldn't be able to do I'm a celebrity because she doesn't like the dark, she doesn't like snakes, she doesn't like rats, she doesn't like spiders, so that's probably out for her, I would say.
Is there a reality show that you would do?
Oh, Strictly I'd love to do.
Would you?
Yeah. I'd love to have a go at that. I'd probably like to do the jungle as well.
Yeah.
I quite like challenges where you're sort of facing adversity.
Yeah.
So I'd be up for a little bit of that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine's was, and I'll explain why. I've always wanted to do Big Brother.
Oh right.
And the reason being is before I joined Crafter's Companion,
yes,
believe it or not, I didn't have a lot of self-confidence.
Okay.
I didn't like being in crowds around a lot of people.
Yeah, I can get that.
I found it really difficult. So therefore, to do Big Brother, it would take me completely out, and I didn't like being away from home.
Yeah.
Funny enough. Now look at me. This is why my friends laugh at me now in a good way, because I think I'm totally changed in a good way from like the last 3 years. But yeah, going on Big Brother would have taken me out my home comforts. It would have forced me to mix with people that I wouldn't necessarily be mixing with, having to get involved in, lots of teamwork, lots of different scenarios that would be really out my comfort zone. And that's why I always want to do Big Brother. And although I would still find it hard over such a long period of time. I think Big Brother was like 12 weeks or something.
A long time, yeah.
And obviously the concept of Big Brother nowadays, although it's not on anymore, has changed quite dramatically. I would still love to do that sort of reality show.
And it's funny that you should say that, because myself personally, again, if I go back to when I was sort of 18, 19, I was exactly the same as you, Craig. Like I kind of knew that I wanted to sort of do things like this, but I never had the confidence to be able to do it. And then of course I went off to the holiday parks, and that's where I sort of built on my confidence and stuff. But that's really interesting to hear that you were a little bit the same as well. And I suppose you have to learn very quickly, don't you? I think when you're in front of the TV cameras to sort of shake off the nerves, and off you go. Do you still get nervous?
Oh yeah, every time we go live, I always think of it as the butterfly nervous.
The what?
Butterfly nerves.
Oh, okay.
You get the butterflies. It's a good nerves.
Yeah.
It's a really good nerves. So whether it's Wake Up Call or if I do Create and Craft or HSN and that, I do get the butterfly nervous.
Yeah.
It is. I do really enjoy it. But yeah, that's why it was always Big Brother that I would love to have done.
Yeah, I didn't realise that finished, to be honest with you. I watched that for the first few years. And then I think it just became a little bit too, what's the word? Contrived,
that's
maybe?
Why I liked it.
Oh, that's why you did like it.
I was one of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
When did it finish then?
Like 2 years ago.
Oh. And it went all around the world, didn't it? Didn't most countries have their own version of Big Brother?
Yeah, well, it started
in Holland, didn't it, I think?
Yeah, that's right, Holland. And then we got America and then beyond.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Hey, anyway.
Quick question whilst you're colouring, which Carol asks. So using one layer with these, is there less bleeding with alcohol versus the aqua markers?
Well, aqua markers is water-based.
Right.
So it's something that's completely different because you would do that on watercolour card, which is obviously a different texture. So yeah, you'll get a lot of bleeding with your alcohol markers, which is I'm going to show you now. So what I would do is I would carry on, still do the blending, still building up the colour. But if I flip it over, can you see how you start to get the bleed? But
yeah.
see how it's bled into the shade
yeah.
of. Now what I done with the back of this one, Ben, is I didn't do the 3-tone blend.
Okay.
I simply kept it very, very simple, went in with the one layer of colour, and the only reason I'd done this is because I didn't want to have a real thick tag. I only wanted to have that one layer of 300 GSM.
Yeah.
So therefore, going in with the light tone, and I'm presuming majority of the girls here on the team, when I bring them to you later on today with Debbie and that, will do the 2 layers. But I thought it's maybe a nice way to show you that you can do it with 1 layer and how you can eliminate the bleeded look.
Yeah.
By simply going in on the back layer.
This is going to be a silly question, but is that not, so the fact that you're now colouring on the back, is that not then going to ruin the front?
No, because I'm not building up the intensity of colour. I've only gone in with 1 layer.
Yeah.
Only going in with the 1 layer. So what I can then do is let's do one last little bit of colour in with the blue. What I'll do is I'll do this bit. And then what you will see is any smidge of colour that does start to maybe slightly look as though it's a way to pop through from the legs, what will happen is we will then cover it up with a piece of card. So if I bring that one, so as I say, this is 1 layer, no blending, no nothing. That's going to help stop the bleeding going through. So if I turn it over, you can see how you can just start to see it coming through. But then what I'm away to do is I'm away to cover it up. And again, this is just to give you an alternative way. What I'm then going to do is go in, I'm going to pop that one here, and then what I can then do is, what I've done is I've die cut a couple of words. So I've done, let's go in with the B.
Oh yeah.
So let's do B, and then let's do the N.
Oh, I think I know
no,
what
not the N.
E. I think I know what you're going to spell here.
Into here.
Be. Yeah.
B, E.
E. Yeah.
And then let's go in for the T.
Oh.
No, I'm only joking. Let's go in for
I knew you were going to do that.
the N.
Whoop, whoop.
Like here. And then I've taken some twine in from Sarah's. 'Twas the night before Christmas. And to reiterate again, the way you will 9 times out of 10 use it is by doing the 2 tags, and you're going to back them back to back.
Yeah.
That's going to eliminate any blending. But what I wanted to do was show you that if you only wanted to do 1 layer, then there is a way around it, and that is by on the back layer, don't do any build-up of colour, simply go in base with 1 colour. So if I snip
and that 600 GSM is what you were talking about by backing up, because
Yes.
in PL5 it just said, what's the best card stock? Oh, hang on, so what's the best card stock for watercolour pens and markers? You mentioned 600 GSM, Craig. Would they be suitable for this?
Rightio. So I think getting a little bit confused here with the 600 GSM. Our white smooth stamping card is 300 GSM. Now the way I explained it a moment ago, where you die cut 2 layers and back them together, that's going to give you 600 GSM.
Yeah.
We don't do 600 GSM cardstock. It's if you back 2 of them together, that's what gives you 600 GSM. If you're doing your watercolouring card, you go watercolouring, you're going to use your watercolour card, which is we've got, you'll find it on our website. Watercolour card for watercolouring, white smooth stamping card is actually what I would suggest for our little tags. But then if we bring this one in, so that's the one that we've done a moment ago, so with Ben.
Super cute.
And then I forgot to die cut them. If you can see, I have done the navy blue, but I forgot to die cut them in the red as well.
Do I get to keep one of those?
You can keep, these are actually for our afternoon tea.
Oh, yes.
Erin asked if I would make a couple of tags with our name on for afternoon tea.
How lovely.
So if I turn them around, we've
Brilliant.
got little character tags. But then what about using the back?
That's so
bit of fun.
cute that it will help.
For a little bit of fun, you're on the nice list. Well,
It looks like he's in the naughty corner.
yeah, naughty corner, he could very well be on that one there. But that is your Christmas front and back character gift tag collection. 55 elements in total with 10 sheets of our Centura Peril, including that waterproof ink pad that you're getting for £1 because we are now in the midst of our In for a Penny
In for a pound.
event here at Crafters TV. £40 or $56.95, but if you are platinum, comes down to £32 or $45.56, doesn't it, Mr. Ben?
I'm loving all of the chat today, by the way. Treasure Hunt saying, already ordered these. I'll be making bookmarks on my grandsons. I bought this set as soon as I saw it on the website, says Cindy Thompson. I have the original set and I love it. I made them for all the neighbourhood children. They got to pick their character and colour their own. That's such a lovely, lovely idea. Lots of chat about Sarah as well. Adriana is saying, maybe the producers saw Crafters Cabana and it prompted them to invite Sarah. Maybe. Yeah, let's go with that. And Sharon says, I think you both would be good on The Circle. I don't know what that is. Is that oh, here we go. I knew you would know. Yeah.
Watch the last series. The Circle was on Channel 4 here in the UK. And The Circle, similar to Big Brother. It's a big block of flats.
Right.
It's very social media based. You're all in your own flat and you communicate via social media.
Oh.
But when you're communicating, you have to choose if you're wanting to communicate as yourself, or do you want to pursue or what's the word?
Convey a different
take on
persona?
a different personality.
Oh.
So it was an interesting one, absolutely. There was, not last series, the series before, there was a girl who actually won, and she done so well because she actually had Crohn's disease, and she played it as herself. Georgina, that's right, Georgina, thank you, yeah. So she won, which was good because she played it as herself, whereas some people, the first guy that won, Georgina's telling me, the first guy that won, he pretended to be a girl. So it might sound a bit, what you on about? It's interesting. It's kind of getting into the human psyche, kind of like, how do you play it? You know, it highlights for me, social media is amazing. It does so many good things, but it lets you see, could be little downfalls within social media.
I think I'd rather go in the jungle, to be honest with you.
It's a lot easier, and you get to meet Ant and Dec.
Exactly right. Listen, before by the way, it is afternoon tea week, so very shortly indeed we are going to be partaking in some afternoon tea and having a chat all about that. But just before we do, I want to highlight a few of the other deals that we've got coming up for you a little bit later on launch day, talking about your tricolours, your aqua markers. So again, a lot of you have been chatting about your water-based products. This is such a great deal because we're bringing you your 12 markers in this particular collection, where within each of the pens you get the different colour blends that you can blend absolutely beautifully. So what we're going to do, we're going to give you your floral meadow. We'll see more of these in detail later on. You're also going to get your essential neutrals. You're going to get your beautiful colour basics in there as well. And we're going to give you your great outdoors too. Those are all included, and if you're saying to me, well, hang on a minute, do I get a penny deal with this? You get the storage for a penny. The storage for 1 penny. Unbelievable value, right? $25.34 is the platinum price, $38.28. We're going to feature that in more detail on launch day a little bit later on. Now, we've been doing a lot of stamping, of course, recently as well. And I tell you what, we've got 2 great deals as far as sort of stamping aids are concerned. Rocker blocks, always absolutely brilliant. If you've ever found it quite difficult maybe to get the precise clean stamp image, that's where the rocker blocks come in. We're going to give you your 2 different sets here which incorporate lots of different size rocker blocks for all of those different size stamps, and then again, I mean, this deal is phenomenal, right, because we're going to give you your Flagstone alcohol proof ink pad die for a penny. £8 or $11.20 is the platinum price on that. That's a stunner when you consider you're getting all of that for that price. And talking about stamping, if a few of you were just watching and marvelling at Craig using his stamping platform just then, we've got a great deal on the stamping platforms as well, because again, we're going to give you your 6x6 and your 4x4 within this deal. Again, so really helping you get that crisp stamp. I think these are particularly brilliant if you're doing a lot of batch stamping, for example. Great for the fact that if you do stamp out the particular image and it doesn't come out quite so well, you can easily go back in and just go over it without having to worry. So you get those two, but then what do you get for a penny? You are going to give you the stamping mat included as well. So another brilliant in for a penny, in for a pound deal. If you want to snaffle that one up right now, it's available for you as a platinum member at £15.99 or $21.60 if you are a platinum member. As I say, all of these deals you can see on the web. If you go to the various show pages as well, you will be able to grab those deals. But get in quickly. This is a great show to do it. We always say now, wake up call, bit of a sneaky peek show, because this is where you can dive in, get those deals before everybody else wakes up. And you know, great shopping from Julie, for example, who has just said, Ben, I've just ordered. As he said, I couldn't resist talking about those really cute characters. Now, we'll come back to more deals in just a few moments' time, but if you were watching at the top of the show, you'll know that we're very excited today. Not only did we get to chat with Sarah about her appearance coming up very soon on Strictly Come Dancing here in the UK, but we were also chatting about the fact that today is, well, I'd say today, it kicks off afternoon tea week, and we thought that actually we would chat a little bit about this on the show. The lovely Christina from our cafe has put together a lovely afternoon tea for us as well, and I love this actually because a few of you are already chatting about this. Julie just saying, I love afternoon tea. Brenda, I don't know why I'm talking like that. Brenda says, my hubby and I are going for afternoon tea on Saturday for our wedding anniversary. And Pandacraft says, I love afternoon tea. You can't beat it. It's just nice and relaxing. The thing is though, as I understand it, Craig, afternoon tea in the US may be a little bit different to how we understand it, right?
I think there's maybe a few different ways in which it could be understood.
Yeah.
And then, yes, because there's afternoon tea, but then I know there's like Sunday tea. But then what I have at 5 o'clock, my dinner, I call it tea.
Right.
Dinner time for me is like now.
Okay.
Tea time is later on.
Yeah.
So yes, you throw in the word tea. There's lots of different ways that it could be, but I'm looking forward to this.
So this is, that we've got in front of us here, that the lovely Christina's made for us, is what you would call afternoon tea. And the thing to say about this as well, for those of you perhaps in the US, this isn't like well, certainly for me, is it? Maybe for, I don't know, maybe somebody who lives in a palace or a castle, like they might have afternoon tea every afternoon, maybe about sort of 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that, isn't it? Between sort of lunch and then your dinner. But this isn't something that we partake in every day. I mean, how often have you had an afternoon tea in your life?
This is the first one in quite a wee while. Yeah, I think a lot of people maybe sometimes think that this is very British. This is exactly what we do on a daily basis. Trust me, it's not.
Yeah.
I look forward to this.
And our afternoon teas, as you can see here, I mean, I'm really getting ready to
so
begin.
I keep getting closer.
Yeah.
You're getting that close. Like even George told you to sit back there.
So we have finger sandwiches, don't we?
We do. Yeah.
And you know, I mean, we've got here. I'm going to grab one now.
Aye,
right?
man.
I'm going to get right in there.
I'm going to go.
So with the finger. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. With your finger sandwiches, for example, I normally. I don't know about you. What is the sandwich that you would most associate with an afternoon tea? Is the one that comes to your mind? Because there's one that comes to my mind.
Well, there's one that comes to my mind that I wouldn't necessarily eat, and that's cucumber. No, just cucumber.
There's cucumber sandwiches, isn't it? Bit of butter, and then cucumber, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And also, you might notice, what have you got there? I've got egg mayonnaise, have you got that? You might notice as well, with our sandwiches, the crusts are cut off, and I would say again that is something which is quite traditional to an afternoon tea, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to, for the sake of it, I have to try a few of them. They're really nice, actually, yeah.
They're absolutely lovely.
So that scones on the top shelf.
Yeah. So as we go through, sorry. As we go through, if you have a look at our little cake stand, so again, it's always served on a nice little cake stand like this, with your different layers. Maybe sometimes cupcakes as well, potentially.
Yeah. Some little cupcakes usually. Definitely always scones. Scones. Usually, so either a fruit one like we've got here, or maybe a plain one. Cheese seems to be getting more and more on trend. a cheese scone included within an afternoon tea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For me anyway, for years it was always either you would have a fruit or a selection of fruit and a plain one. But there's more and more, again, not that I've had many, but from what I've seen, more and more cheese scones are getting added into the mix.
And obviously with scones, however you say it, there's always a big chat here in the UK as well. So normally you would have perhaps a little pot of cream, so clotted cream, and you'd get a little pot of jam as well. And there's always this argument here in the UK whether I always think it's like a Devonshire Cornwall thing, because if you were to go right down south into the UK and go to Cornwall, they will tell you, wrongly, that you're supposed to put the jam on your scone first and then you add the cream after. But if you were to come to my home county, Devon, we do it the right way, where, yes, thank you, George, he was also from Devon, where you put the cream on first and then you put the jam on after as well. What do you normally do when you go for the scone? Are you jam first then cream, or you cream first and jam, or do you just eat the scone on its own? He's too busy stuffing his face. Do you answer?
Sorry, was that to me there?
Yeah.
No, see, I'm trying to think now. It's actually been a while since I've done it. So, I would probably put a jam, because then isn't the cream too flexible in the fact that if you do, what do you do?
Cream first, then jam.
So if you do the cream, then won't the jam just fall off the cream a lot easier? At least the jam is nice and stable. Or jelly, I think you guys stateside call it.
Now, I would say all you've got to think about is if you were to do your toast in the morning, you'd always put your butter on, then your jam first, wouldn't you? So what? Yeah, you would. So it's always the cream, and then it is always the jam. A lot of people are asking actually what the cake is. Oh, you're going to cut me a slice there. Lovely. Thank you so much. Asking what's in the middle. I don't actually know what that one is. Let's have a little look here.
It's coffee and walnut, I think.
Have a little taste. This is so civilised.
This is so good, isn't it?
I know. Let's have just a little. Oh yeah. That coffee cake.
Oh.
That is
so soft.
That is really, really nice. A lot of comments coming in actually. Susan just saying, this is so hard to talk and eat at the same time. Susan saying, it looks so yummy. I mean, it really is yummy. Nicole just saying, I love having afternoon tea when I cruise. I can't wait to do it again. I used to say they are smacking and licking their fingers. Come on, guys, you're making me hungry. I tell you what, and again, this is the thing. I don't know whether this is bad manners or whether it's something which you are supposed to do. When you have your tea on your afternoon tea, are you actually supposed to get is that good manners to put the old pinky finger up or not? I'm not quite sure whether or not.
I wouldn't say, well, put it this way. You wouldn't catch me doing it, or any of my friends or family where I'm from.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay. I just kind of feel like when you have an afternoon tea that you want to put up your little pinky finger and just,
That's scone.
Is it nice?
I've not got any jam or cream or that, but that scone's lovely.
Is it nice?
Yeah. What did the comments say?
Well, there's lots of love for cucumber sandwiches. If you haven't, we mentioned the cucumber sandwiches. If you've never had cucumber sandwiches, absolutely, you need to try that. Kathy says, it's so fascinating learning about your tea. What is clotted cream? How do you describe clotted cream?
Thick.
It's just like it's really thick cream, isn't it? It's like
really thick.
Yeah. I don't.
When I say it's got a real creamy, real creamy taste.
Whipping cream, Georgina is just saying, producer Georgina, is probably like the closest. It's really, really thick. It's really thick cream, and that's why I think like you can lay it on the scone first, because it's got that thickness, which then holds the jam on there for you. Although we have started a bit of a debate here, haven't we?
Kaz on YouTube. No, Ben. Jam first, then cream. How can you spread jam onto cream?
Well, very easily. You lay the cream down. That's like saying, how do you spread jam onto butter? Any more comments?
Can I just say as well, our social media guru, Caitlin, this isn't something that we do on a regular basis, actually. Just in case you think, gosh, look at these guys getting to have afternoon tea on Wake Up Call.
I did actually say earlier on, I was getting a cup of coffee from Christina at the cafe. I said, is this like a new thing that you're going to be doing for us every day? And she didn't say no, so I'm very excited about that. Laura is saying bacon and cheese scones. I love the afternoon tea, says Gemma, when the tea is replaced with gin, but still in a teapot. I mean, that's another thing. We could talk about this forever, all of the different teas that you can have. And with the pinky as well going up, Marisol just saying that my pinky always goes up, although Debbie's saying it's actually bad manners to put your little finger up. Vicky, afternoon tea, yummy. Forget the cup of tea, I'd rather have a Prosecco.
Well, no, I don't know, because I do like tea.
Yeah.
But see, I'm no milk with 2 sugars.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I don't like it overly strong.
Right.
If I do it at home, 1 tea bag, well, do me maybe about 2 or 3 cups of tea.
Well, listen, hopefully we've given you a bit of an insight into afternoon tea. Not something that we do every day here in the UK. Bit of a treat, but definitely if you do come over to the UK, make sure you go along to a little cafe, get yourself an afternoon tea, get yourself some scones and do it the right way.
Scones.
Cream first,
jam
then
first.
the jam. We're just going to carry on eating this and have a little drink of tea, and we'll be back in a second. I might have another sandwich.
Yeah, go for it. It's really nice.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Thank you for all the comments coming in. With clotted cream, says Baroness Agro, at least stateside, it's thickened, beaten heavy cream, but not beaten to the whipped cream lightness. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Bonnie says, when I go to England, I will have to have an afternoon tea. Absolutely do it. Rebecca saying, probably a good thing that CC don't do this often, because everyone will be heading to the kitchen rather than crafting. Sandy says, we have a mother's tea at church for the ladies every year. And Panda says, I'm going to take my mum for afternoon tea for her birthday, which is absolutely splendid and spiffing and lovely. I'm surprised more than anything, just as we get onto another demo with the Wobblers, that nobody came in during that break. I was expecting both the Georges to come through, nick some of the scones, nick some of the sarnies, but they have been very, very good, and those sandwiches there might be getting demolished by me in just a few moments' time. Although having said that, yeah, George, Director George has just gone, I'm just looking at them through the close-up shot. He's drooling in the gallery. He's drooling. But I think actually Craig's, well, he has nicked one over there. Have you taken one for Caitlin, our social media superstar, as well? Or have you eaten hers? You said you were taking one, but it looks like you're eating it.
I've got one here. I'm not sure. Caitlin, let me know if you're in the office or if you're from home today. Let me know, because I may have got you a couple of bits.
He's eating it, Caitlin.
If you are in the office, I'll bring them through. If you're at home, I'll just eat them.
Okay. Well, you, I think you're now going to do. Oh, sorry.
I
think you're now going to do. Oh, the tuna one here. Look, tuna and cucumber. You're going to. Oh, I'm having that one.
Lovely.
Oh, I've got a plate. I was about to put that on my tablet. We're gonna have a look. I'm not going to shove that in all in one go. What do you think I am?
No.
That's very bad manners.
I will let you eat that in peace.
Okay. And you're going to wobble.
I will go and have a little bit of a wobbler. Now, when it comes to the wobbler here, we're going to go through them in the individuals, because we did have a big set, but guess what? You sold them out. Sold them out. So here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of them individually, and I've got some of the little boards here. So let's show you Santa Claus. So when we've got the Santa Claus here, these are so cute. And you've got the stamp, and you've got the die. So then you've got, Caitlin's in the office, right? I'll bring a couple of bits through to you after the show, Caitlin. You've got Santa Claus, so the stamp, you've got the die, but you've got this little spiral die as well. Now what that does is that enables you to create this wobbler that we can see here.
Oh yeah.
Now you can do it with acetate, or you can do it with cardstock. It's entirely up to yourself. I'll show you with cardstock. So that is your Santa Claus, and you've got some little sentiments as well. Then what we've got the penguin. So the same idea. Now what I would say as well is, many of you have been asking over the last couple of weeks, are we doing a Christmas range of the penny sliders?
Are we?
We are not.
Oh.
Now, if you use the mechanism from your penny slider and use these characters, you can be using and making your own.
For the comments coming in going, is that rain?
Can you hear that rain?
We've got comments coming in, people go, what's that noise? It's the rain.
That's the rain that you're hearing. That's the rain on our ceiling that you are hearing. That is redonkulous. Absolutely crazy within that one. But yeah, so you've got the penguin. So you can use any of these as your penny sliders. What about twirling characters?
Love
Ben?
that.
All of these that you can be doing. Then we have got the little robin as well. Now again, these are all the same idea, where you've got that little wobbler aspect that you can see here, acetate, or of course you can be doing them with your cardstock. We've got the lovely little reindeer. They're so cute. And very similar, well, not similar in style as to the tags, but similar in the size that these are so good, you know, for you to use and play with the kiddies.
Yeah.
So we've got Mrs. Santa Claus. She's still, now, is it Thingy Lansbury? She reminds me.
Oh, Angela Lansbury
Angela
from Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote. I think it reminds me of her.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the other day who she reminded me of.
Somebody.
I think that's who.
Yeah.
Each of them have their own little spiral as well. The stamp, the die to go with them. We've got the cute little elf that we can see here.
That reminds me of you.
Yeah, a lot of people said that as well during the launch.
Cheeky little elf.
Cheeky. Fun. I like to think of fun. Fun I like to think of.
Fun and
We've
cheeky.
got the gingerbread man that you can see
Gingerbread man.
We've got the gingerbread man that you can see at the bottom here.
Yeah.
So we've got the gingerbread man. We've got the die to go with it, the spiral. So we've got this gingerbread, we've got the die, we've got the spiral. And you can then be using them on their own. You don't have to use the die or use them as the actual wobbler idea.
Yeah.
So that is the sort of thing that you can do. Cards. Straight away, you've got the cardstock there. In case you wonder why I'm stumbling a little bit, that
It's
is
really hard to hear.
unbelievable. I have never heard it that bad before.
Yeah, I haven't. I can barely hear you, and I'm sat about, what, 10 foot away from you.
Yeah, I believe it or not, try not get put off, but that is actually putting me off. I can't believe that. Anyway, apologies. So cards, great for your cards, the things that you can make. So in the wobbler of the centre of your card, that add no extra weight, no thickness, no nothing, because that wobbler aspect is already built in. But what about doing 3 in a row? So you can have a lot of fun. All of these wobble, but you might want to have it, Ben, that say 2 of them are still with your foam pads or your glue gel, and only 1 of them wobbles. That's up to you. Got another one here with our little robin that we can see there. Here is what I'd done last week, very briefly and quickly, the penny slider.
Yeah.
Now what I've done, I don't know if you can see, I've still included the little wobbler on with the penny. So if you wanted to eliminate that spiral and only have the character on the penny, then you can do. But I think it's really, really fun to include the spiral die cut into card in with the penny. So here's another one with the robin. That was a demo that I'd done last week. But what about little home decor frames for Christmas? Backing them up so you've got a few of them. You know, that could be all of Santa's reindeers lined up if you wanted to.
Yeah, why not?
What about creating a scene?
Cool.
And before we go in and get demoing, what about bringing in your picnic boxes? Start to decorate them. How cool's that?
Really cute.
Lots of different ways. That could be little ingredients for Christmas cookies or cupcakes.
Cookies.
Templates that you're going to be able to find online on Pinterest and YouTube and Google and that. Boxes. All of these, so much fun. That wobbling aspect, you can see the details on the screen for each of them. $5.99 here in the UK, $19.95 for you guys stateside. But the thing is as well, you've got that two of them. If maybe you only want to cherry pick, you've got that two of them that are at £10.50 or two of them for $18. It's up to yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, think of the wobblers, Ben, but think of your penny sliders, your twirling characters, standalone characters that you can be using on the cards, or of course in your projects and that. All these different things that you can do. And we will do a demo just in a moment as I get myself sorted.
Thank you for all the lovely comments coming in. Loads of chat still about afternoon tea, which is great. Pam just said, clotted cream is thick. You can stand your spoon up in it. The best afternoon tea was at Raffles in Singapore. I mean, that sounds very posh. Champagne afternoon tea. If you go for the afternoon team, high-end places do not give you the pot. The waiters continually waft it around serving you. Wendy just saying, I usually do jam then cream. We're talking about scones, but don't really care as it all goes down the same way. Absolutely right. Yes, and lots of you chatting about the rain as well. Sandra just said, I thought that it was just to rub it in. It's sunny over by Teesside Airport. All right. Jean says, I love the sound of rain. It seldom happens in New Mexico. And Dawn Braddock on Facebook just says, Craig, maybe you should have gotten yourself a new boat instead of a car.
Yeah. Really good idea on that one. Think it by the looks of it or the sounds of it.
You'll be needing it.
Glorious when I drove to work this morning.
Yeah.
Goes to show the British weather. Rightio.
Yep.
Shall we dive straight in?
Let's do it.
Go straight into a demo. Now, these ones, they're going to work with your Gemini Mini or your Go. So what I've done is I've got a 6x6 card here. Now, using my circle nesting dies, I've die cut my own little aperture here. And I used a circle that is 6 3/4 in diameter. And I've done that within the middle. What I've also done is I've taken another piece of white smooth stamping card. That's actually going to back onto the back in here. I've made it slightly smaller so it fits within the back. And then what I've also done is I've taken one of the pattern papers that I've got from my stash. And what we're going to do, Ben, is yes, we're going to use a wobbler and we are going to use Santa Claus. But I thought what we could do is if you got Sarah's watercolour Christmas, I thought why not incorporate one of the little globes. And that's why I've created my own little aperture, because we can use the globes and use them, and it's another fun way in which you can use your wobblers.
Great idea. Like you say, it's one of those sets again, isn't it, that we've kind of obviously said, yes, these are wobblers, but, well, like you've already come up with a load of ideas, lots of our viewers as well coming up with their own ideas. That is kind of like their prime use, but as always, with the goodies that you get from us here at Crafter's Companion, there's never just one use with them, is there, Craig?
No, there never is. So many ways. And that's what's good. If you're a new crafter, you're just joining us, great. Some adhesives, a little die cut machine, you're good to go. But if you've been with us for a long time, now I'm going back to our CD-ROM days, our die-Xi, our die ranges, all of these you can start to bring in and incorporate if you want. So yeah, there's lots of different avenues you can take it down. Now what I've got is one of the globes, and then again using my nesting dies, what I've done is I've used two of them. So one of them, that centre one, is the diameter here, so it's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. This next one is 4.5 by 4.5. So this is what gives me my border, and that is what's going to create that outline frame that we can see here. So that's what's going to sit in place. What that's going to do is that's going to hide some of these workings. The reason as well I use the circle nesting die that's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 is that fits nicely when it comes to the little globes. So although you've got that die within the snow globes, maybe you've got a set of these and not the die, then you can use your own little nesting dies that you've got at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that into, actually, you know what, I'll be better doing it this way, over the top, placing it into the middle. I've already got my adhesive all the way around the back, so we're going to press that in. Now we've got the front of our globe, and what I can also do, I've already got the back in here, so if we take these ones off, this is then going to create that nice finished frame, and we will stamp out Santa. That's Santa we're going to do, but I've already got one coloured in so that we can jump straight to the wobbled section, and then we can start to assemble it all.
Pam E on YouTube asks, Craig, is it better to use stamping card or Nina for the character? Would the stamping card last longer / be more stable?
For me personally, when it comes to the wobblers, I would still use our Nina.
Okay.
Because it's slightly lighter than our white stamping card, so therefore it's going to wobble a lot more freely. But you can use your white stamping card if you want, but Nina's slightly lighter, so therefore it's going to give a little bit more of a wobble. So hopefully that helps.
Thank you, Dawn, for your message as well. You've called us cheeky so-and-sos. I won't say the word you've used. You've got me so hungry. I had to go and grab a yogurt. Yeah, sorry about that. We've been having our afternoon tea. We've had our sandwiches and our cake, but not quite. I don't know, yogurt. Not quite the same, really, is it?
Not quite the same. No, I just seen your comment there as well, Dawn. Yeah. I bet that yogurt doesn't taste quite as good as the afternoon tea.
I'm definitely betting it doesn't. And I'm so pleased as well. You may well have noticed that you can hear us a bit better now because it sounds like the rain has stopped. Deborah Barnforth on Facebook just saying that sounds like heavy rain. It sounds like how it sounds on your conservatory roof when you can't hear yourself speak. So loud and off-putting. So there we go. Maria's just saying, what adhesive is Craig using?
So for these ones, I've used my double-sided tape.
Okay.
But you can use your red liner tape.
Okay.
That would work a treat as well. Stamped out Santa, pop the die. I've got my little spiral. You get a little top tip sheet within each of them. It suggests and tells you how you can use your acetate. But I find personally, I get more of a flexible wobble, if ever there was one, with cardstock. So once again, I'm still using my cardstock here, and even although it's a spiral, I'm still going into my Nina cardstock.
Yeah.
So Nina or white smooth stamping card. So what I can do is if I take Santa out, so we've got Santa, and then I've coloured him in. So I've used dark red, ice grey, gold yellow, and fair skin to colour Santa in. And for this, when it comes to your cardstock, if you're using the spiral, what I would use is our tacky glue. So I'm opening the spiral, and then in the centre of the spiral, what I'm going to do is do a dot of tacky glue, and I'm going to pop that into the middle.
Okay.
And then we're going to press. And then what I'm going to do now is if I then come in here, so I might need to do a little bit of iron up for this one here. So this part is then going to sandwich straight onto the back, so it's going to hide the workings that you can see here.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to kind of line it up. So what I can do now is let's come back in. So now that we've popped the dot of glue in the back, the end bit of the spiral where my thumb is, I'm going to pop a little bit there onto the end, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop Santa in the middle of a die cut circle, and I want to find the end of it again, and I want to give it a little bit of a helping hand by really pressing down to help that glue attach. What it also does is you'll see it starts to give it a wobble as well. So once I'm happy with that, what I'm then going to do is I'm going to come in, and I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to use my tape for this.
Okay.
Because, oh look, I've already got my backing on.
Just before I won't forget, a lot of people commenting about the little gold border you put around the dome. A lot of people saying it looks very nautical, looks like a little porthole. Where was the cardstock from that? A few people have asked.
So that's just a gold mirror card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so in actual fact, this is Hunky Dory's gold mirror card.
Yeah.
But you could be using your gold mirror card if you want.
It does look like a porthole.
So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to be careful at this point, Ben. I've got my tape off, okie doke, and then what I want to do is I want to try and get that into place, and I'm not going to press hard just yet in case I need to move it. In actual fact, I'm quite happy with that. So I can press that down. So press it in, then what I can do is I can come in, nope, wrong way. So that's right, I need to do it on the front because this is going to get sandwiched onto the back of my front layer.
Sandwiches.
So I know a lot of sandwich talk, eh? So I'll need to rub that bottom bit of the glue off later.
You need to do demo of the show, by the way, in the last 4 minutes.
We do, don't we? So what I'm going to do is let's pop that back into here. So once I've got that lined up, again, I'm not pressing too much at the moment in case I need to maneuver it, which I do. So let's get that in to here, there we go. And then before I press, I'm going to give him a little bit of helping hand. I'm going to pull him forward, that we can see here. And then there we go. We've got our wobbling Santa. Now that's going to stick to the bottom because I've put a bit of adhesive on the bottom. But there we go. So we've got a wobbling Santa that's in the middle of our dome. You could pop some of the faux snow in there if you wanted to.
That's a great idea.
Maybe come along the bottom with one of the stamped sentiments that you get within the set as well. But you've got that wobbling aspect that you can see there. You can do that with any of them. It's a nice little different take using the wobbler. Yeah, you can do that without obviously the dome, but you know, something, start to incorporate things that you've got as well. Lots of different looks that you can start to achieve.
Just before we wrap up, do you want to quickly recap on all of your makes so we can get the vote going? And also, Bonnie's asked, how did you get the little embossed dots on your mirror card?
So that's gold gems.
Oh, fine.
Yep, that's just gold gems. Right here, we're really going to put Caitlin to the test here.
Oh, yes.
Right, so let's do demo 1. So demo 1 where we use the gift tags, or demo 2 where we use the wobblers that you've got there.
All right.
1 or 2?
There we go. 1 or 2. Get voting right now, and yes, we will announce the winner in just a few moments' time. We are almost done. I don't know where the time has gone. It's absolutely flown by. Another deal just to make you aware of, by the way, is our out of this world deal. Deal. It is the Lois Tote and Paper Organisation collection from Totally Tiffany. Details up on your screen here. Basically, you're going to get the Lois Tote and also the Paper Junkie paper storage boxes, and we're going to give you the 10-pack of box dividers for 1p. You're getting a 5% discount on that. By the way, we haven't got a huge amount of stock of that either, so if you do want to get that, get organised, get in early. It's £22.03 or $28.87 if you are shopping with us in the US. EB just saying hello, Ben and Craig. Just wanted to say the two of you look wonderful yesterday. Craig, I have no idea how you can still be single after the demonstration of how great you look in the waistcoat.
Oh.
It's because he doesn't wear the waistcoat often enough. That's what it is, you see. He doesn't wear it, and he wears it once in a blue moon, so wear the waistcoat a bit more often.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Put up my dating profile, eh?
Hey, why not?
There you go.
Why not? New picture.
Anyway, there we go, gosh, there we are. What a really fun, what a bit of a different day. He's digging into what's remaining of the afternoon tea already. I'll go be diving in as well. Thank you so much for your company this afternoon, this morning, but that is not it. It is from me. I'm away to head home and we're going to get organised for the remainder of the week. However, Ben is going to be back with Debbie. They're going to be in with that launch day being the character tags. These are so cool. You're loving them already. That's going to be, well, if you're watching live, that's going to be within the next hour and a half. Debbie and Ben are going to be here, 3 o'clock in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, and then they're going to come back with a double party, this time being lunch party, and they're going to have a look at some of the things, well, say some of the things I've showed you. I did tell you it wouldn't last. Granted, did think it was going to last longer than Wake Up Call. Yeah. We've already got a sell out. Join that.
Really nice.
Really nice. What one you got?
Tuna and cucumber.
Cucumber and cucumber.
Tuna and cucumber.
There you go.
Oh, by the way. Demo of the show.
Demo number 2.
Yeah.
There we go, demo number 2. That has won that one, so that'll go up against Debbie for the remainder of the show. But yeah, launch party, 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Well, do you know what? Gosh only knows what's going to be remaining on that show. That is for sure. See you tomorrow. Yes.
Resuming tomorrow, I'm here for the third day. I mean, I will be tired tomorrow. 3 days in a row.
But don't worry, it's not just me and you tomorrow.
No?
Not just me, we've got someone else that's going to be coming in doing a demo section as well.
And who that could be?
I wonder. So yes, thank you so much. That's me for today. Again, Facebook, social media, Craig Laird, CC, Ben Moseby, CC, we're all on there. Go across, have a look, give you a little bit of a sneak peek, and do you know what? I'll tell you what, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Come on with the sandwiches!